In late March, Zijin Supermarket in Yichun, Jiangxi Province, abruptly closed without prior notice, causing a large crowd to rush in and hoard the remaining goods. A TikToker said, "I went to Zijin Supermarket in the evening, and in just a few hours, everything was gone. Only empty shelves remained, and some people were still in line to pay." A video posted by another TikToker said, "Zijin, such a large supermarket, suddenly closed. I heard that within a day, everything was sold out. People were still lining up to pay until 1 or 2 in the morning. What will those with prepaid cards do?"
I walked into the supermarket and didn't know what was going on. It immediately turned into a frenzy. The store was a mess. Older folks were leading the charge, pushing shopping carts stacked high, crashing through the aisles. It was like they weren't just grabbing products, they were charging into battle. The snack section was completely wiped out. Chips that normally cost over 20 yuan were now 3 bags for 10 yuan, and they were snatched up in seconds. Mums and dads were grabbing as they shouted, "Save 2 bags for me!" Everyday items were just as chaotic. Toilet paper was gone in an instant, and someone even ran off with a whole box, muttering, "I won't need to buy toilet paper for a year." The supermarket has been cleared out.
A woman posted a video saying, "Last night when I bought fruit, there were no signs of any issues. Now the supermarket is gone. My shopping cart still has over 2,000 yuan on it." Someone commented and said, "This is our local supermarket. They sold cards and then gave the cards to suppliers. Then they used the money to build buildings, and now it's all gone." Another comment said, "Zijin was actually the most popular supermarket in Shanghai. I didn't expect it to go bankrupt. What a waste of my shopping vouchers." Supermarkets across China have been closing at an increasing rate. A video shows another large supermarket in Zhejiang shutting down with the first floor completely empty. In March, 8 Yonghui supermarket locations in Guiyang, Guizhou closed within the span of 1 month.
Oh my god! Yonghui Supermarket has closed 8 stores in Guiyang, and in just 1 month, the entire Yonghui at Huaguoyuan is shut down. Huaguoyuan, with 500,000 people, can't even support 2 Yonghui stores. Today, the Yonghui at Sanqiao Houwan also closed. Now in Guiyang, Yonghui only has Jinyang New World and Century Jinyuan left. Is Yonghui pulling out of Guiyang? What will happen to all these workers?
Public records show that Yonghui Supermarket, a chain listed on the Shanghai Stock Exchange, was founded in 1995 and is headquartered in Fuzhou, Fujian. As of December 3, 2024, the supermarket chain had 1,288 stores, with a total operating area of over 8 million square meters, covering 585 cities across 29 provinces and municipalities in China. A TikToker analyzes the reasons behind the large-scale shutdown of the Yonghui supermarkets in Guiyang.
The sky is falling. The Yonghui supermarket my mum loves to shop at is closing. I heard before that Yonghui was going to close at least 350 stores nationwide this year because of massive losses. I didn't expect it to happen so quickly, right here at our building.
The TikToker suggested that the nationwide closures were linked to the current sluggish market environment. In the past, both the real estate market and capital markets offered high returns. Even retail stores like these, which didn't make much profit, could use the small profits from the real estate and stock markets to offset losses from their physical stores. However, with the real estate and stock markets no longer profitable, it would be even harder for supermarkets and other industries in similar situations to survive. This TikToker delves deeper into the business logic behind the closures of Yonghui supermarkets. He says that when it comes to supermarkets, the US has Walmart, France has Carrefour, and the UK has Tesco. China also has its own leading supermarket brands, with Yonghui Supermarket being one of them. However, in recent years, Yonghui has faced challenges, with its market value significantly shrinking and many of its stores closing. The rise of online community group buying has played a major role in this. Even physical stores are increasingly leaning towards online shopping, with platforms like JD.com's grocery service and Meituan group buying presenting serious challenges to traditional supermarkets. But Yonghui's troubles don't end there. Management conflicts have also been a major factor in its decline. The two brothers leading the company have different visions. One wants to focus on online development, while the other prefers to strengthen the offline presence. As a result, the company has struggled to secure a foothold in either area, with competitors steadily closing in. The situation at RT Mart Supermarket isn't much more promising.
Another supermarket has closed in Jiangxi. Making money is hard.
This is an RT Mart supermarket located in Jiangxi, Zhejiang. A video shows the supermarket has closed, with shelves having been emptied. A TikToker analyzes whether supermarket closures could lead to a stagnation in consumption. If supermarkets close, who benefits? Right now, many suppliers and distributors in the supermarket supply chain are struggling to survive. Our supermarkets are in the same position, with many already closing down. The most frustrating part? Suppliers and influencers who made a fortune supplying and promoting for supermarkets. When the supermarkets disappear, their businesses will fail too. In the end, supermarket owners, employees, and landlords will all be out of luck. No one's making money, many will lose their jobs, and the entire industry will collapse. Who does that help? Supermarkets are a crucial part of daily life for people, but now, so many are closing, and people on the streets seem to be wasting their time. From manufacturers to distributors, wholesalers, employees, promoters, and landlords, when the entire chain breaks, consumption will stop, and the market will descend into chaos. The TikToker disagrees with the idea that online shopping is superior. He said, "Some people say supermarkets could save money by cutting out the middlemen, but that's not true. Take ride-hailing apps, for example. They started with many discounts, but now the prices are quite high. The same goes for food delivery platforms. Initially, there were plenty of subsidies, but now it's costing more, and the quality isn't always up to standard. Supermarkets have the advantage of controlling product quality and providing timely shopping, advantages that online shopping simply can't match. Why do people still go to supermarkets for daily essentials like rice, oil, and fresh fruits and vegetables? It's because they can see the quality for themselves." He added, "Supermarket owners wake up early and stay up late, hoping to run their business well, provide convenience to everyone, and secure their own livelihood. Keeping the supermarket open means keeping our jobs and keeping life convenient for everyone. I hope people will support supermarkets more so we can get through this tough time together." One supermarket owner says that his store is facing closure. He's unable to hold on any longer, having lost 300,000 yuan. It's a painful price to pay. All the cabinets have been pulled out. It's all empty now. The only thing left are these few freezers. The owner said the remaining items in the supermarket must be sold at a discount. The shelves have already been sold to someone else, and in a couple of days, they'll come to take them away. All the snacks have been returned, but some items can't be. Many items that were originally bought at a higher price are now being treated as waste. The total cost of opening this store might have exceeded 300,000 yuan, including air conditioning and renovations, not even counting other expenses. Now, everything is being cleared out, and it feels like we're left with just a few thousand yuan. A Chinese TikToker notes that the closure of supermarkets in China is often blamed on the impact of the internet. However, the deeper reason is lack of responsibility for the products sold, with many supermarkets selling low-quality goods. The TikToker explained that when Carrefour, a French supermarket brand, entered China in 1995, it introduced Chinese consumers to the concept of warehouse-style hypermarkets. Following this, large chains like Yonghui, CR Vanguard, RT Mart, Yichun rapidly expanded across the country. However, the ease of profits of the time may have led supermarkets to neglect future planning, resulting in widespread problems. Many supermarkets have serious issues managing their products and supplies. The first issue is their use of retail monopoly power to impose unreasonable terms on suppliers. In the past, to get products into supermarkets, suppliers had to pay entrance fees. Once inside, they were also required to pay shelf fees, promotional fees, anniversary fees, event fees, and more. This practice meant that products were not chosen based on their quality, affordability, or consumer reputation, but rather based on the amount of marketing funds supplied. As a result, prices for consumers were driven up, explaining why many supermarket products were more expensive than those sold online. Additionally, some beloved local brands disappeared from the market with the decline of traditional department stores. For example, inexpensive items like needles, nail clippers, lotions, toothpaste, and simple shoes which were once commonly available, are no longer stocked in supermarkets due to the high entry fees required by these stores. Though such products may still be found in some older shops in certain cities, supermarkets no longer carry them. Secondly, supermarkets often delay payments, putting pressure on suppliers and distributors. Payments are sometimes delayed for 3 to 5 months, or even up to 6 months or a year, putting suppliers and even manufacturers under severe financial strain. Supermarkets take advantage of this cash flow to open more stores or invest in other industries. This practice makes it difficult for small and medium-sized retail businesses, especially those with slim profit margins, to cooperate with supermarkets. As a result, products in most supermarkets are highly homogeneous. In some categories, there are only 1 or 2 brands, mostly large joint venture brands. The third issue lies in price confusion, which misleads consumers. For example, a carton of milk may only cost 18 yuan, with a membership price of 15 yuan. On weekends, it may be part of a buy 2 get 1 free offer, and during promotional events, it could be sold at half price. In addition to the usual reasons for clearing stock or promotions, an important factor is the attempt to obscure the fixed prices. The TikToker explains that for most products, there is a stable ex-factory price. For example, the price of a pack of instant noodles doesn't fluctuate like stock prices. In many small independent supermarkets, prices remain fixed for months, but large supermarkets are different. They fear that consumers will have a fixed impression of a product's price, making it easy to identify the supermarket's profit margins and which items offer better value. For example, if a supermarket maintains a price of 18 yuan for milk most of the year, consumers will come to associate that price with a product. When the price drops to 9.9 yuan, they buy more. When it rises to 20 yuan, they may hesitate or go to another supermarket. By frequently changing prices, supermarkets create artificial fluctuations which blur consumers' perceptions of the standard price. This makes it easier to hide more expensive items or encourage customers to walk through the entire store looking for bargains, increasing the likelihood of additional purchases. He went on to say that these 3 issues are common practices. As for more severe cases, such as changing expiration dates on fresh products, selling inferior goods as higher quality, inflating prices during promotional events, and shifting responsibility for faulty products to manufacturers, these issues also frequently occur. If this continues, supermarkets that sell low-quality goods will eventually be discarded by consumers. Although online shopping is currently popular, starting an online supermarket doesn't guarantee success. One supermarket owner shares his experience of his failed attempt to launch an online supermarket. This was once my entire dream. 3 years ago, I quit my job, emptied my savings, and opened this online supermarket. I thought that with enough hard work, I could establish myself in this market. I researched products and stayed up late picking goods until the early hours. But reality turned out to be even harsher than I expected. Traffic costs keep rising, platform commission fees went higher, and competitors were undercutting prices. To survive, I kept investing in promotions, but my orders kept decreasing, and the stock kept piling up in my warehouse while my bank account kept emptying. I tried everything, borrowed money from friends, asked suppliers for extensions, even mortgaged my house, but the overall situation kept worsening. Consumers were tightening their wallets, and I couldn't sell my products anymore. They say entrepreneurship is a life or death battle, but no one tells you how much luck is needed. I gave it my all, but still failed. Today, I've decided to shut down and clear out the stock. I'm sorry, I really did my best. Chinese economic expert Yue Shan believes that the overall economic downturn has led to widespread unemployment, with many people having little to no money. Even those with some savings are reluctant to spend, seeing it as a safety net. Many households are cutting back on expenses, and young people are downgrading their consumption. Whether online or offline, the closure of physical supermarkets all stems from one cause: the overall poor economic situation. In recent years, China's economic slowdown has made the term consumption downgrade a hot topic. Reports from Chinese media show that retail sales of consumer goods are far below pre-pandemic levels, with major cities like Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou experiencing a significant decline in consumption. According to data from China's National Bureau of Statistics, domestic demand contributed 69.7% of economic growth in 2024, with final consumption expenditure accounting for 44.5%, a decline from 2023. Research from data released by cities across China shows that major cities like Shanghai, Beijing, and Shenzhen are facing notable consumption weakness. These cities, known for their large economies, advanced industrial structures, high influx of migrants, and high retail sales bases, are among the hardest hit by the consumption decline. Data also indicates that Sanya Hainan experienced the largest drop in consumption, with a 15.9% decline compared to the previous year. Chinese media reports highlight that the consumption weakness in major cities is partly due to high-income groups shifting to more conservative spending habits due to anticipated economic challenges. Surveys show that consumers with high incomes and education levels are more likely to adopt conservative consumption, indicating they are more sensitive to economic conditions. Market analysts also suggest that one significant reason for this situation is the withdrawal of some foreign companies from China in recent years. This has led to the departure of high net worth individuals from these cities, further weakening local consumption. This trend may have started earlier, but became most evident in 2024. There is widespread belief that the Chinese government's official GDP and other economic data, upon release, may have been polished to present a better picture. Economist Wang He said that since 2023, China's economy has been in a precarious state, with youth unemployment reaching historic highs. For example, the claim that 2023 graduates earn an average monthly salary of 10,342 yuan is a misconception. The 2024 McKinsey Employment Report shows that the average monthly income for 2023 university graduates was 6,050 yuan and 4,683 yuan for vocational graduates. Employment rates and wage levels serve as barometers of the economy. Based on these indicators, China's economic situation is dire. Additionally, the middle-income group has been heavily impacted. Wang He notes that in recent years, China's government has faced increasing fiscal pressure, foreign companies have pulled out, businesses have moved overseas, and policies like common prosperity have led to widespread salary cuts. Meanwhile, the stock and real estate markets remain sluggish, and financial products continue to face major failures. These multiple blows have left the middle-income group in a very difficult position.